On the show tonight, Gib Floyd are here. We talk innovation with the winners of this year's Young Enterprise and Awesome Autism Awareness, that fun event happening this weekend. On the music stage, it's Andria.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and tell me out, and I'll lay your things bare. You see how I live with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, and you played it to the beat. Baby, I have no story to be told, but I've heard one on you, and I'm gonna make your head burn. Think of me in the depths of your despair, making a home down there as mine sure won't be shared. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, and you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, and you played it with a beating. Throw your soul through every open door. Count your blessings to find what you look for. Turn my sorrow into treasured gold. You'll pay me back in kind and reap just what you've sown. We could have had it all. We could have had it all. It all, it all, it all. We could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, and you played it to the beat. Could have had it all. Rolling in the deep, you had my heart inside of your hands, and you played it, you played it, you played it, you played it to the beat.
Thank you so much, Andria. What do you make of that? Good?
Thank you.
Really reaching those high notes.
Thank you.
Putting the practice in for Friday, no?
Yes, for Friday. Had a little practice as well this morning
Yeah.
on Gibraltar today. Just
Yeah.
keep the vocal cords warm.
Back to the Classics Part 4
Part
on Friday. It's going to be brilliant.
So,
And that's going to be one of the songs that we're not allowed to say. No, no.
It is,
Okay,
it is.
okay,
I'm
you can
allowed to
that.
say, I'm
Okay,
allowed
you can
to
say
say.
that one, okay.
The other one is a surprise.
Yes. But it's going to be, I mean, we were chatting to Chris Haywood, who's actually the front man of Seriously Collins, the Phil Collins, one of the biggest, well, I think the biggest Phil Collins tribute actor
In the
across
UK,
in the UK. We were speaking to him on the breakfast show early this morning, and he's very excited to come down. Well, I was looking at the lineup yesterday. There's 3 bands made up as usual from a who's who of some great local musicians.
Yes.
Waves are starting off. Chaos
Yes.
Theory. There's a surprise thrown in
There's
there
a
as
surprise
well.
and not even I know what it is. So don't ask me because I don't
Okay.
even know.
Ah,
Maybe because I sometimes spill secrets, but
That's my next question gone then, I'm afraid,
yeah,
Andrea.
sorry.
But no, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that performance. And you're going to be singing some Billy Joel?
Yeah, I am going to be singing some Billy Joel later on.
Nice one. Looking forward to that. Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Hub, an eclectic mix on the show tonight, including the winners of this year's Young Enterprise competition. We chat to My Mind Matters. Also, Gib Floyd, you may have seen last week, they released a new music video, a very poignant one at that, inspired by the evacuation at the start of World War II. We find out more about that project. And right now, AAA, the annual Awesome Autism Awareness event, is happening this weekend. And who better to speak to us all about it than organizer and Leslie Chadwick and three lovely kids. We got Harvey, we got Alfie, we got Evelyn. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
It feels like we've seen you grow up a little bit because you've been on the Hub for what, the last kind of like 4, 5, 6 years or so.
I think the first year, I think they were 8, 7 or 8. They were really small.
Yeah.
And that's our order due with anxiety levels. Whereas now they have none. They're used to coming here.
Yeah.
We had anxiety levels of Evelyn first and then
Yeah.
moved on and Harvey is back up at the end.
Have you been the last year?
Been very nice. Been very good. I've been working and doing my GCSEs.
How's your GCSEs going so far?
They are going quite well. Yeah, I'm so far on my 2-week break and I'm starting to get into scuba diving.
Scuba diving, interesting. So when did you get into scuba diving?
I got in a couple of weeks ago because my mum thought it would be an idea to make me a student of there. To make.
And what are some of your favourite things about scuba diving?
Well, it's the whole idea of going in the ocean. It's very unreal experience.
Yeah, can imagine. Have you seen any kind of cool things under there?
Yes, I saw many different colour fish. I don't know what they're called, but very
Yeah.
sparkly.
We'll have to get Luis Danieto to give us a hand.
Yeah. Well, looking at further education programs for them, being in their situation, their education, then their school probably won't continue for them in September. So looking at different alternatives in Gibraltar, which is one of the biggest reasons we moved here 16 years ago, is because further education is a thing. And the Department of Education do a really good job at furthering that for them, just not to be A-level students. They can continue alternative things.
Yeah.
Scuba diving, hair and beauty,
Yes.
travel and tourism in the college. There's so many different options for them, which is key to Gibraltar.
Yeah. And Evelyn, tell us about how your GCSEs are going so far.
Yeah, they're going good
Yeah?
so far. Yeah, I have my biology. No, yes, I have my biology exam soon, paper 2. I think paper 1 went really well.
Great.
So it's going really good. Yeah.
Have you got a favourite subject?
I'm between fashion and art. I'm very crafty, like that. So, yeah.
Nice. I didn't even know they did fashion.
No,
I didn't have a chance to do fashion. As you can probably tell, I wouldn't have been any good at it, but still. And Harvey, you're doing you're in the process of, I think next year you're doing your A-levels, right?
Yeah, this year's just the mocks, which just as scary, but yeah, the mocks.
Yeah. And then you're thinking of potentially even going to university and...
That's the dream, hopefully.
Yeah.
Finish and then head off to university, leave the twins with my mum for a bit,
Yeah.
come back and check in on them.
Fair enough. I mean, we'll get to the AAA event, which is happening this Sunday as a result of, what was it meant to be? It was meant to be a couple of months ago when it was
11th of
postponed.
April. Yeah, a month.
Postponed because
month
of
and a half, yeah.
the weather. No, one Saturday morning, and to be fair to yourself, you could have easily said, let's leave it for this year, let's leave it for next year. But no, you found a gap in the casemates calendar, and you've managed to reschedule it, which must have been quite stressful. No, I imagine.
Very, because you are in two minds. Once you reschedule something, it's kind of everybody goes in a bit of a low view on it. But you can't. I never wanted to cancel. I just wanted to postpone because of the weather. You can't fight the rain. I was so stressed trying to think it's not going to rain, everything will be fine. But it's a 2-day setup. So logistics, it's not fair for the people that have put their equipment down, their time, and for them to go and have to remove. So it was better to get everybody at peace and reschedule and have a date we know that's going to be successful and the weather will be on our side.
Yeah.
There's a lot of logistics now that goes into the day, being Fresh Entertainment being there, CAM, the Music Association, all the band equipment. It's all right, teenagers playing games in the rain and getting wet and having fun, we're not bothered. But now it's become more of a show and it's a live event. So.
It's a massive event, really.
Yeah.
I mean, year on year, it's been growing. What's this? Maybe the 10th? Is it the 10th?
Yeah, 11th.
11th year.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a poster there. Live music has from midday. It's going to be Ace of Spades. I know they go every single year, don't they? Bob and the boys are always there supporting.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
Della flies in from the UK now because she's in university.
Oh, yes, of course.
But she first performed when she was 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a real, it's a heartfelt occasion for her.
Yeah. These are some of the games we can play. I know last year, Alfie, you were kind of manning the, what was it, the toy and teddy stall?
Yeah. Yeah, I was with one of my friends.
That's his favourite. It's your favourite, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Kind of find their feet in what they like to do to be a part of it, because you can't force kids to teens into something that they're not going to enjoy. So Harvey has his team that he runs the games and is interactive with the children. Alfie likes to be able to pass on good teddies and games and things, and Evelyn does really well with her friends doing the glitter tattoos and face painting, all the arts and craft and things like that. So yeah, and it means that the 3 of them are at different parts of the square. So it's kind of a check-in for me as well.
Yeah.
Like I can go to each round the corners and know that one of them's there.
Yeah, I mean, from being there previous years, Leslie, I can tell you're pretty much just all over the place walking from. It's so much
walk
fun.
Around, yeah.
And I know what's another popular one that's every year. Hopefully, it's this year as well, is the fire brigade display. No?
Yeah, and it's so educational for the children. Alfie, when he was smaller, was very attracted to fire. So it's always been a fear in the back of my mind of kids with autism that are undiagnosed children or neurodiverse children wanting to that danger of fire, because it's so attractive and warm, it brings you in. You can stare at a fireplace for hours, can't you? And so for the children to see the danger of it and have the professionals there doing a demonstration, I think is really helpful. Them along with St. John's as well, if they've got their mannequins, how to rescue. We've had a couple of people faint in the past, so it's good to have like real life situations for children to get an education on as well.
Yeah. And Harvey, you've got up on stage in the past and kind of been comparing a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully, well, we'll probably end up doing it again this year.
Yeah.
It's a shame, won't be joined by you, but it is what it is.
How's that? Is that something that, I don't know, you see yourself doing maybe long term? Like,
I like doing it for AAA, and I've definitely considered it, but I'm unsure if I definitely would like to do it for the good cause of AAA, but I think it'd be cool if I can get good enough at it and do it
for sure
in the future.
I mean, again, from having been there in the past and seen you do it, you were a natural at it, honestly.
Yes.
Nice to receive compliment from you.
Little Smiles charity is what it's all about, Leslie. I think last year was it in the region of £4,000?
Yeah, almost 5,000.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. It was really, really good. We strive for raising the funds. We really do. Awareness is key. Conversation is at its best. Keep the word going. You know, you can only go off real life situations, can't you? And as the event has got bigger, obviously we have lots more people speaking about it and saying what was missing or in demand. So one thing I have ensured this year is that Geeta have agreed to team up and be at the square with ear defenders and have some information if children are struggling with noise, because that becomes quite a talking point with the live music. You want to attract the public, but you want to attract everybody. So yeah, and obviously all the teenagers that are there have had an education themselves of, we call them the team of teens, and they're very considerate and respectful and understanding and want all the children to have a go and try to interact and make contact with any child that wants to play, which I think that's one of my favourite parts of the day, is that there's kids coming down to play games and have some good fun and just be out there, and even if they're not sure what it is, they will ask their parents what they were there for. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great one. I know, Leslie, you've been on Gibraltar today a little bit earlier. I mean, if anyone is unfamiliar with why Little Smiles is a charity so close to your heart, I mean, perhaps maybe they weren't listening to Gibraltar today, or they weren't watching the programme, which was repeated a little earlier on tonight. I mean, just give us a reminder.
Well, having twins at a young age, I knew there was something different with Alfie. He was non-verbal till he was 6.5 or so, and he had a very early diagnosis of autism at the age of 2. So it was very early intervention, whereas I had a more difficult path with Evelyn, who was 6, because she was a girl and she masked and was very clever at pretending she didn't have autism.
And that's a common thing with girls in particular, no, masking.
Yeah, it's most girls. It's just acceptance and fitting in, and they're more aware of themselves in general, autism or not. Boys are much more textbook. You can kind of spot things. They're not afraid to show what they're doing or who they are, or you can see things happening a little bit more, a bit easier anyway, in my circumstance. But yeah, Alfie being diagnosed so young was moving to Gibraltar, starting at St. Martin's, listening to all the other parents of their journey and looking up to the ones now that are in the 20s just set me off to, I really want to keep this going and give back to the community and have people understand and just know about it, because autism wasn't really a word 14 years ago. It was, but it was very taboo.
Yeah.
And, you know, people asking about it who don't have a clue, they're like, no, that can't be right. Yeah, it's a thing. This is an education, and you can read about this now and learn. For me anyway, I went home and I was relieved and Googled everything, like strategies and what does this mean? It is just understanding and accepting and being happy about it, getting that positive outlook, because it's not easy. Journeys aren't with children, but if you've got an additional need, then yeah, you've got to kind of think outside the box.
Yeah. Well, you've done a great job. Like I say, this is the 11th year of the AAA events, and it's going to be another fun one, all getting underway in the morning, Sunday morning.
Yeah, and more and more people are getting involved. I'm super excited, because when I cut this away, I didn't want to miss a year. People are there asking me, what date is AAA coming back? Are we doing this? And I'm like, wow, those people are behind it, and those volunteers are keen. So I want to do them proud as well.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be a good one. Harvey, Alfie, Evelyn, and Leslie, thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. Good luck for Sunday. I'm sure it's going to be good. Good luck with your little activities I think you're going to be having on. I imagine you have the glitter and the tattoo thing going again, Evelyn, which will be fun. And it's already looking forward to seeing how it goes and maybe having you back on again next year and seeing how the year's gone for you then.
Wouldn't miss it for anything.
Do need to note the Gibraltar Music Association is a massive organising part of this as well. Mags Club really put their heart and soul into the event. So
yeah, they really
thank
do.
them. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Leslie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right now, we're going to our Down to Earth feature. In fact, the St. John's Ambulance, who I'm sure will be there on Sunday as well. We're focusing on them.
Right here in a community, behind quiet doors and familiar streets, there are people working every day to make life better for others. While their efforts may center on a single cause, the need they address goes much deeper. One such organization is St. John, where that need is at the heart of everything they do.
St. John is about, at its very essence, helping people and being there when people are having fun, just in case they might need us at any point. But we are also part of the community and part of the fabric that makes the Gibraltar work. We have a fleet of 6 ambulances. We have ambulances to support the community in any way we might need as a small community. It gives us resilience to deal with other issues. And I must say that the volunteers are the heartbeat of the organization. Without them, we couldn't do half the things we do. The reason you can trust our volunteers is because most of them are trained to a very high standard of a first responder level. Some of them happen to be nurses and within the medical profession. What gives us meaning and purpose is seeing people's happiness in the moment of real need, when they need someone to be there or a friendly face. They know St. John would always be there, and St. John is a very well-known charity, not only locally, but internationally. Once you see the emblem, you stop panicking, if it makes any sense. It's a way like a safety blanket when you see St. John. We support events like the Calentita, the football, and many other events. So when you're ever around any festival, just look around for a green uniform and you see St. John there, just in case you might need us. And to be honest, I think people need to realize that we are only as good as our weakest link, and we need to treat people as we would like to be treated in their situation. As individuals, we are nothing special, but as a collective, nothing can stop us. Be kind to yourself and be true to who you are.
Sometimes the biggest impact comes from the smallest of things. From St. John to the heart of our community, this is what local kindness looks like.
Yeah, very well said. They do a fantastic job, don't they? Coming up after the break, My Mind Matters. The winners of this year's Young Enterprise competition will be here. Also, a new lyrical showdown with another Candy Castle voucher up for grabs. Catch you now. Welcome back to the Hub, and welcome to Jaylene, Erin, and Caitlin now. How are you doing?
Really, really good. Thank
My Mind Matters,
Yeah.
the winners of the Young Enterprise Competition 2026.
Yes.
How does that sound?
Sounds amazing. we struggled to get to that point. There was a lot of ups and downs. Many ups and downs, but we're so happy with the results. So.
Yeah, a big congratulations is in order, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
We were just chatting during that break because you came on the Hub early this year to talk about your product. I mean, when was it? And you reminded me that it was during Valentine's because we had the Valentine's kind of little, like the chocolates and stuff we had here. I can't believe it's already been, what, over 3 months, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And how's the process been for you then?
Really, well, it's been, again, loads of ups and downs, but overall, it was really fun to spend time with my friends, the teamwork, everything. It was stressful at times, but overall, spending it with them made it a lot better.
Yeah, it was a really great experience.
The finals was the worst.
Was it?
Really stressful.
Really, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know how to feel, if we were doing good or not. Oh, really bad.
Set the scene for us in Central Hall last week then, exactly a week ago, no? Who wants to set the scene?
7:30 in the morning, wake up, 8 a.m., be in Central Hall, set up your stall, get kicked out of Central Hall for the interviews.
Come back in for the interview.
This is you
come
winning.
back in. Oh my God, we haven't seen that.
Talk to us about these emotions.
Oh,
Look at that celebration.
Live reaction.
oh my.
You did a knee slide.
I threw myself to the ground twice, yeah.
A knee slide.
Crying.
I can't remember the last footballer I saw do that.
There was a point where I jumped on the minister when I went to get my heart. So, but it was stressful. We didn't know what was going on. There was about 100 people, not including like any of the public here. It was just us. It was boiling.
It was boiling?
It was boiling. We were all hungry half the time, and that was the situation we were in.
So that's your team there, right?
Yeah, that's the team.
So that's a team of 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was so excited.
I mean, a reminder, Erin, give us a reminder about your products. You're looking at it there, Brainy's Adventure with the Mood Monsters. Tell us, cast our mind back to when you were here in February talking about it.
When we came in February, we had the prototype, so we didn't even have the actual book
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
So now we actually have the actual product.
Yeah.
And it's literally the exact same as you saw back in February time, and it's same exact storyline, just printed.
Look, if you could just show it to the camera and maybe some of the stuff inside the book.
So, Brainy's Adventure with the Mood Monsters is a way to teach our younger readers and the neurodiverse community how to regulate their emotions in a positive manner. For example, when our main character Brainy meets Grumpy, he teaches him how to regulate his anger positively. Our book wasn't just made necessarily for the children, but it was also made for the parents to understand how the children feel in certain times.
That's great page turning, by the way.
Thank you.
So we have a bunch of 6 monsters and then our main character.
And what have you learned throughout this whole process? Because it's been something that's taken a few months.
We've learned that it's not easy to run a business.
No.
That's all.
And that there's so many things that we would change if we were to do this again. But
What's been the hardest thing about running a business?
getting all the
communication.
getting all the members to stay in the team.
And communication.
Communication? Tell us more about communication.
We had communication issues in the beginning because we obviously had people who left because either they left school or they just thought that like Young Enterprise wasn't for them.
Oh, right, okay.
So we had to communicate through those challenges.
Yeah.
We
But
lost,
we definitely came
our
out on
finance
top.
director.
Okay.
So we had to find a new one. It ended up being okay.
What was your individual roles in the team?
I was the company secretary. So
Okay.
I was the graphics designer.
I was co-managing director with Julian and the events planner.
Okay. And which do you say? I mean, they're obviously all integral aspects of running a business. How did you manage to, I don't know, collaborate all together? And I imagine there must have been a lot of time spent outside of school.
Yeah. We attended many team bonding sessions, even if it was just going out for lunch or dinner one day. We attended an escape room, and we saw that some of us were more into manual type of work. So like the graphics designer with the creativity, she was more hands-on,
Yeah.
rather than, for example, me and Julian, who are better like writing on the computer and taking down all the notes. So
What was some of the, I mean, as a graphics designer? What
There
did you
was
use?
well, I started off with just drawing on paper.
Oh, really?
I'd get everyone's like input on it, and then once everyone was happy with it, we'd put it through like digital art, and then our marketing director put it all together.
Okay. And Erin is what did you say, the kind of managing director? Okay, so you shared those responsibilities with someone else?
Yeah, basically me and Julian, what we did is we took a few of everyone's role, and we'd just obviously every now and then make sure everything's going okay and stuff like that. And then with events, I'd plan the events and we'd share it with the team.
What kind of events did you do?
We did a lot of stalls.
Right.
We did Morrison's, Eroski, we did Gib
Talks.
Talks, NBS Kids, and we went to multiple schools to do readings
nice.
as well.
Did you find that those were kind of some of the most the fruitful days, perhaps, in terms of money made?
Yeah.
ICC was the best day. On a Saturday morning, everyone walking through town.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
And they saw the colourful signs,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah, exactly. I imagine some tourists as well, no? I would probably-
Yeah.
We sold a bunch of books
To
like
tourists, especially.
locally, but they were tourists, so technically internationally.
Exactly.
So our books
You've gone
are
worldwide. You like people.
Yeah. Our books are everywhere right now.
What's next, Cardiff?
Yeah.
The UK Nationals?
Like UK Nationals, we've just submitted everything that we need.
Proper in the competition now.
Yeah, we're proper in there, so all we have to do is pack and just do
Get
our
there.
best.
When
We leave on Sunday morning at 1 a.m.
this Sunday morning?
Yeah.
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
All 7?
Yep.
Okay. How? So you're going with like parents, teachers,
We
Or
go with
like
our link
teachers.
teachers.
with your link teachers?
Yeah, they're the
that?
teachers that basically we pick a teacher and we assign them to help us throughout like our journey with Young Enterprise.
Right.
And usually we get 2, so we have our 2 link teachers.
And they're going with you to. I mean, give them a shout out. Let's give them a shout out.
Miss Roberts and Miss Gaushi.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We love you guys.
They've clearly done a great job. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, can't it? You've been to Cardiff before?
No.
I have, yeah. It's amazing. It's really, really nice. I can't wait to go back.
But what does it? I suppose maybe you probably wouldn't know, but unless I imagine they probably told you a little bit about what you can expect. But the UK Nationals, you're going to go there, and there's going to be loads of other teams. You're going to have to pitch your idea again. You're going to have to tell them what you've done in terms of the events planning and all that. So it's going to be like a lot of selling.
Yeah, we have, what's it called? Like a workshop with a ex-BBC member.
Yeah.
And I kind of just got thrown under the bus and they all just said, like, Jaylene, you're doing it. So, but I'm guessing it's going to be like kind of debating who has the best products. I hope it's nothing that I don't know how to do.
Yeah. Do you know? You probably don't know. I imagine what other products are up against you in the UK.
There's a lot of sustainable products,
Yeah.
like planting products. So far, we're the only one with the book.
Well, that's something.
That's good.
Something different.
Yeah.
It's good, but there's board games, but all of the ones I've seen so far, plant related.
Plants related.
Yeah.
In terms of what?
Eco-friendly.
Eco-friendly,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. When you see that a lot, and it's a credit to your generation, no? A lot of these ideas that you see year after year in the Young Enterprise are very eco-friendly, and look, with the book all about mental health, that's another huge subject which is really important to talk about from a young age. So from that aspect, I think you've got that covered really well. You're doing a great job there.
Thank you.
And yeah, good luck Good luck in Cardiff. And then what? When you come back from Cardiff, whatever happens, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you have the best result there. You continue selling the book. Is this business ethos mentality going to continue? Or?
We hope so.
Yeah.
We're hoping to see how it goes in Cardiff.
We definitely have to sit down as a team to discuss.
Yeah, we
where
definitely
wanna
have
go
to.
next.
Who wants to carry on? Who doesn't? But I mean, if we do really, really good in Cardiff and we win, we go to Latvia. So we'll have to carry on the business anyways.
Latvia?
Yeah,
Latvia.
for the European finals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And if you do well in Latvia, what is it? Rio de Janeiro, the World Final?
No, that's the
wish.
last one. So, but we would like to carry on, but we'd have to have a conversation with the team to see how far we would be able to go.
Fair enough. Well, a huge well done again. Congratulations for winning this year's Young Enterprise competition to Jaylene, Caitlin and Erin. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. And the other 4 team members and the link teachers as well. Have a great time in Cardiff. It's going to be a good one. And best of luck.
Thank you.
Right now, with a £10 voucher at Candy Castle up for grabs. 1 lyric, 2 players. Let the lyrical showdown begin.
We're back here in Casemates, and we're here to test you. Do you think you know your music? This is Lyrical Showdown, your chance to win a £10 voucher from Candy Castle. This week, representing the red team, it's Martha Kavanagh. Taking her on for the blue team, the giant that is Anthony Lodo. It's going to be a tough battle. Let's see who takes the win. First question. I can buy myself flowers.
Flowers. Miley Cyrus.
Point to the blue team.
Thank you.
Blue team.
I didn't hear
I
your
got
buzzer.
that. You did hear it. I got that. Sorry. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
All right. Moving on to the second question. Today I don't feel like doing anything.
Bruno Mars,
Bruno Mars what?
the Lazy Song.
Correct. Point to red team.
I knew that one as well. Fuming.
We're going to the medium questions now. I threw a wish in the well.
Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen.
Point to blue team. All right.
Just don't get this one.
What did he say? Final question. So what is wrong and what is right?
I'm a potato.
Repeat.
All right, I'll give you another question. Another hint, rather. Baby, don't hurt me.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Well, it looks like we have another tiebreaker on our hands. All right, final question.
Oh, no.
This is the one to win the Candy Castle voucher. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No.
I said, oh, I'm blinded by the light.
Blinding Lights.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Point to blue team. Win. So it looks like we have a winner. Blue team, Anthony Lodo. Well done.
Thank you very much. Woo. I know my lyrics. Do you?
Well, that's it for this week's Lyrical Showdown. Join us next time for your chance to win the £10 voucher from Candy Castle.
There we go. How about that? The second week in a row it went down to a tiebreak. It was pretty close. Well done to Anthony there. Would you have done well in that tiebreaker?
Yeah.
The weekend?
100%.
I thought you would have. And if you or anyone you know wants to get involved and fancy yourself as a bit of a lyrical whiz, all you have to do is let us know, drop us a message on our socials. And, well, join us after the break. We'll be chatting to Chris, Jonathan and Kriki from Gib Floyd. See you in a couple. Chris o Kriki?
Chris, if you don't mind.
Yes, of
Porque si no
course.
mi mujer
¿Ah,
se
sí?
aguanta a mí. Sí, a todo el mundo. Uf. Otra vez has dicho Kriki. La única que me puede decir Kriki aquí ahora mismo es Ana.
Okay, shall we start it or? Okay, early on, yeah, we'll talk about the thing and then we'll play the clip. Welcome back to the Hub and welcome to Jonathan, to Chris and to Chris, Gib Floyd. Thank you so much. for joining us on the show
having
tonight.
us.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you guys here. I mean, here first and foremost to talk about Who We Are, the single, which was a music video as well, accompanied it, telling a story in itself, inspired by the evacuation. The 86th anniversary, I believe, last Friday, the 86th anniversary of the evacuation. At the start, I say the start of World War I, I guess a year after it officially started in 1939. Second World War. But yeah, tell us what inspired this decision to make what is a very emotive and poignant song.
Dilo tú? Venga. Bueno, basically, we started writing material during the COVID time that everybody's locked home, and we're just working from home, sending tracks backs and forwards. And shortly after, then the Ukraine war started, and that inspired us to collate all these little ideas that we had and create an album, which was going to be called Ivory Tower. And it's all, it's all about conflict, different aspects of conflict. And this song in particular, Who We Are, was about the people living in Ukraine suffering the consequences. Years later, we were working on the song, and I started doing the video. So the penny dropped, it's like, why are we doing it about Ukraine? This is the evacuation. I was reading the lyrics, and I spoke to Chris. What do you think about this? We should take it, bring it home. He says, this sounds brilliant, and that's how it started, basically. Yeah. So it didn't initially start off with the evacuation, but it evolved to that.
Yeah.
It's been quite an unorthodox way of writing and composing and putting the video together, because I mean, you're obviously familiar, but there's usually a process. You write the song, and then you give the song to a videographer or whatever, and they put the video into place. And essentially, we were sort of like mixing and matching that process throughout. So we came up with what we came up because we were composing on the job, really, and doing a lot of the stuff that, particularly Kiki with the videos, we were chopping and changing things as we went along. So in the end, it's all a refined product.
How long did it start from beginning to end? How long was the process?
Well, the songs were written about 4 years ago.
4 years ago, we found the original track that we came up with. Yeah. And it's obviously evolved from there. Whilst we were composing other material, so we haven't been working just on that song. Yeah. We've got it's a total of 13 songs, I think, plus any gigs that we've been doing on the side that kept us busy also. So we've been coming back and forwards with it, and we put our heads down last year and said, we've got to finish this. So hence why it's finished now. Yeah.
And it was released last week, wasn't it? Shall we take a little? Because I mean, the song and the video, it's just over 8 minutes long, I believe.
8.5 minutes.
It kind of tells a story, really. It starts off by explaining, of course, the thing that there was 14,000. Was it 14,000? 16,000. Sorry, Gibraltarians, people in Gibraltar in 1940 had to go to Jamaica, Madeira, or the UK. And it very much starts like that. And well, I'll let you take a look, I suppose, because we're going to take a little snippet from, I think, midway through the song. Let's take a quick look.
Taken away to places unknown, yet something in them never truly faded, and in time they found their way home.
Homebound, hope we found. This journey made us who we are.
So yeah, it's a little snippet of that single. It's called Who We Are, released last week. If you want to listen to the full version or watch the full version, you can do so online. But just tell us a little bit more about that little bit in particular there.
Your turn.
Well, it's basically the middle of the song. So the song started about talking about displacement and how these people, because of the conflict, had to leave home.
Yeah.
And basically we get to that point where we break the song. We break typical sort of like prog rock thingy where we break down, we bring it really down, and then sort of like lift up. Those lyrics came quite some time after we'd finished everything, and it was basically their idea. The idea to change it, basically resolve it. So it was all the first chorus is about talking about restlessness, hopelessness. You know, it's basically that kind of we were trying to import, that kind of emotion, and sort of like bring it up towards the end, and change it up to to feature with those images of people coming back home.
Yeah.
And it's like the people Gibraltarians reminiscence about Gibraltar in UK. We need to go back. We need to go back, and eventually after those shots is when they actually physically come back to Gibraltar. And that line in particular, homebound, hope found. This journey made us who we are. We find it very impactful. It was really good.
I mean, the evacuation affected so many Gibraltarians at that time, and the story needed to be told. I mean, obviously, it has been in other ways, but never through music. I think I don't know whether first one is good, but I think the way that we've done it, we've also been very conscious of being very respectful with the material.
I think Adrian Pizzarello had a song, "The Evacuación." It's kind of like from one point of view. This is more like the story. It's funny because we came to realize that we are kind of like the last generation to have heard the stories like come from first hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So the generation that actually went through the evacuation, unfortunately, and it's things, it's just a matter of fact that they're almost all gone, so...
Actually, the penny dropped because I was talking to my dad, and I said, "Dad, what do you remember?" He said, "Nothing." "What do you mean?" He said, "I was born in '42 in UK with the bombs. What can I remember?" And the penny dropped. They go, "They're all gone, that generation."
But we've all been affected in one way or another, I mean, for example, in my family's case, my aunt and my grandmother went over to Jamaica, and they stayed there about 4 or 5 years. My grandmother died there, and she never came back. And you hear the stories of them coming back, and obviously the housing situation was something as well that was not as easy as it was later when they started building property. But we've all got different stories from
everybody.
And
I think we all do. I mean, my grandmother went to Madeira. She told me all about it. No, I was speaking to Joe Jingle recently as well, who's written a couple of books about it, and he has recollections of actually being on that ship back to Gibraltar. So. There are still certainly a few who perhaps have those recollections from they were very young. They would have been very young at the time. But have you heard maybe from anyone who does have those recollections who've heard the song
after the song's been released?
Yeah.
Like I said, sadly, I don't think there are any. Most people alive have been around that time. My granny used to tell me the stories. She passed away in '97. She used to tell me the stories about being in London, having my dad there. My mum told me stories that her mum told her. She went over with 3 years old, I think, 3 or 4, and with my granny and my grandfather ended up in Jamaica. So they're 4 years without seeing each other. But it only through because they've been told a story, not because they can remember. Because I mean, my mum's going to be 90, and she was 3 years old when she was taking over. So sadly, that generation, I think, is practically gone. So very important for the younger generation to keep this alive and recall this and a story never to be forgotten.
No, that's for sure.
And I think it's very important.
You're quite right, a very important part of a history, a story never to be forgotten. And I think with this song as well, that what you're doing as well is you're making sure it never gets forgotten, because it's a song that will forever be in...
the internet.
Yeah, exactly. It'll forever be in streaming sites and whatever, and it's a story which has been told through that song. for future generations to enjoy potentially.
Definitely.
We certainly enjoyed. Really enjoyed the process of making
and it's been very well received, you know, and obviously we're very grateful for GBC's support as well, but it's been very well received, and we've had a significant number of views on YouTube and
people
downloading
stopping
of the
in the
song
street and giving
messages and stuff.
So we're very proud, but at the same time, you know, very respectful with the subject, because of so many people have been affected by it. You know?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, from listening to it and watching it before, it kind of makes the hairs in the back of your neck stand up a little bit. And I imagine being in the whole process of writing it and putting it all together must have been quite emotional at times.
It actually hit me when I played it back on the big screen in my sitting room, because I've been working my Mac, you know, this close to the screen, but you know how it is. You get engrossed, and then when I actually went to the sitting room and played it back, my hairs went on end, and that's not normal. That with our own stuff, we get that emotion.
And after listening to it and seeing it
100 times, you know, even my wife was like that, and she's like up to here with music.
And then the guys in the rest of the band is obviously
yes, we have to mention it.
Pepe Pau, who's done the bass, and Victor Calderon, who's done the drums as well, his brother, and to a certain extent, Jonathan. Didn't see saw snippets, but didn't see the final version.
Not the final
until
version.
we had sort of like, had finished it off. So it was quite an experience for them, I think, as well.
Yeah, and we've got to thank a few other people. We've got Kenneth Busutil, who helped us a lot with the research of the photographs. Stephen Cumming helped us a lot. Dennis Valergas giving us good tips with the audio. Jensen Callejon for his support as always. Am I missing anybody? Me pegan después. Alguien se me olvidará seguro. Pero thank you to GBC, Paula, Latin. You know, all you guys have been fantastic. You know,
it's our pleasure.
Yeah.
And this is, am I right in saying this would be the first from Ivory Tower?
It's actually the second.
The second.
We released one back in Christmas Eve. Actually, it's called How We Remember You. It's also online, and there's another about 10 songs to be released.
So how is that process going to work? The 10 songs, the 10 further songs.
Yeah. Well, we have demos already done for those songs. So I guess the process is we've got one in mind that we're tackling now. I'm working on the audio, and that's sort of like my side of things. And then Chris is doing the video side, and we're starting to put together ideas of what that could look like, and obviously we share it with the other guys and take it from there. We don't really have any deadlines, self-imposed deadlines. All of these things are done at home. You know,
that's the real beauty about it.
Yeah.
There's no commercial interest. There's no pressure. There's no stress involved, apart from the stress that we put impose on each other by ourselves. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a basic labor of love, because we really enjoy it. You know.
It's good stress.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. Yeah. Will we see any of these songs performed live? Are there going to be any live shows coming up?
The intention, I suppose, is to eventually do something. I speak on behalf. I think I speak on behalf of the whole band. And we'd love to do that. Because after all, you know,
it will happen, but I cannot say it will happen this year. As soon as we're sort of ready to deliver the product.
Yeah, exactly. I can imagine, and I'm no one to be saying how this is going to go, but I can almost imagine you guys kind of performing with the video playing in the background, like projected.
Yeah, because our music, as you know, we are a Pink Floyd tribute band from as the beginning, and our music and our live shows have always been, you know, the videos and the music together, and so. We want to try and keep that sort of relationship with our own original songs as well.
Yeah, and whenever it eventually does happen, I'm sure it's going to be a very powerful performance, definitely.
Hopefully.
We hope so.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Chris, to Chris, and to Jonathan.
Thank you very much for having us.
Gib Floyd, well done. Who we are. If anyone does want to stream that, or they can watch the video online, can they?
Yeah, you got it on Spotify and obviously the YouTube page.
And on the GBC website, I believe, as well.
And the GBC website, by all means, of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you to all our guests tonight, and of course, thank you for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll be back next week. In fact, Michael Beltran will be sitting right here. Right now, let's finish off with the show with Andria.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me why you're still so afraid. Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? So ambitious for a juvenile. You got so much to do, but only so many hours in the day. But you know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want and you can just get old. You're gonna kick out before you even get halfway through. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? So down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. And though it looks so romantic on the borderline tonight, well, too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you see when you're wrong, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion and you got your pride, but don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? So down, you crazy child. Take your phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's alright.